Hello and welcome to the November update. It's not November, and unlike normally where I keep thinking I must do an update, I totally missed the end of the month. And a sci-fi short story I was going to send out, which is ready to go, but which I need to send out. But we are out. It is daylight for at least another half an hour. The sun's just going down. We have the doggies, Bailey black and white, Darcy over there as well, and right over there is Lola, which you might see. So this is a new dog run field that's been opened, which is actually next door to one of the first one we started using, which is great. We've now got a choice of 3. I've only been here at night before, so it's quite nice to see it. And last time I was here, or the time before, it was snowing on me, but by the time I drove home I was driving home in a blizzard, so it's not quite that bad, but it is pretty chilly. So what is going on? Well, of course, Wanderer book 7 is out to buy now in the shops. It is called Wanderer Millennium. I discovered that I was going to spell millennium wrong. It has 2 N's in, so luckily I did check that. And it has been in the shops now for about a week. A number of people have bought it, had some really good feedback. One or 2 people asking questions. I don't want to give away too much, but there is more going on in book 7 than you will necessarily know until you've also read book 8. And on that subject, I am in the middle of transcribing it from the dictation. So that is about a third transcribed. I'm not putting any suggestions on when things will come out, but it should be next year, and I would say the first half of next year, maybe even sooner. But I'm not making any definite predictions at the moment. Hellfire, book 4, which has popped in my head, I think, since the last update. Suddenly, in the space of a weekend, I went from not really thinking there would be a book 4, or not for a long time, to having the core parts of the storyline, and I am now dictating that and quite a way through that as well. Lots of short stories coming along. The what's turned out to be a novella set after the end of Wanderer book 6 will be going out to my beta readers very soon. And that will be available to anyone who is signed up on my mailing list, and those are the only people who will ever get it. So you can join the mailing list after and you'll get it, but it won't ever be available to buy. Oh wow, I'm distracted because I've just seen a buzzard very low. I don't think you'll get a shot of it, but you never know. So it's obviously seen something it thinks will be dinner. Oh, I do love living in the countryside. When I was young, buzzards were incredibly rare, but they've really made a comeback, which is great. Okay, yeah, you don't want to see me staring at a buzzard, but it is. I do find it fascinating. It ties in with my love of science and nature, which ties into the stories I write. So it is good. There is a good reason for it. And what else is going on? I think that's it. So I'm aiming to release finally the Sci-Fi Shorts Collection 1 this month. Everything in that one will be on the Sci-Fi Shorts site anyway. Sci-Fi-shorts.com. Yeah, my sci-fi-shorts.com. But what I will also be doing is so the second collection, which will come out not long afterwards, will also be book stories that are on the site. I think the third collection will have some that aren't on the site yet. So again, you don't need to buy it. The stories will come out eventually on the site over time, but if you want to get some of them early, that'll be a chance to do it. I seem to have managed to go on from not having very many short stories to having a load of them ready to go, or ready at least to go to my beta readers. So I think that's about it. I'm going to enjoy being here in the daylight until it fades. I do have my torch ready, and dictate a bit more of Hellfire book 4. So other than that, yep, that's everything I can think of. There's probably loads of other things, but I'll try and stick them in notes if there are. But yeah, Wanderer book 7. Find out what happens in the Wanderer universe 1,000 years after Jess, Ali and the Wanderer sacrifice themselves, or at least start finding out. And on that note, until next time, happy reading.